The reason why Sanusi can never be Emir has been said by Aminu, Babba. In an interview with Arise Television, Aminu Danagudi, the Saki Dawaki Baka, Babba of Kano State, expressed strong opinions about Lamido Sanusi appointment as the Emir of Kano. Danagudi, a prominent figure in the Kano Emirate, suggested that Sanusi's ascension to the throne was driven by political motives and lacked traditional legitimacy. Danagudi emphasized that Sanusi's father never held the title of Emir, which, according to him, traditionally disqualifies Sanusi from the position within the Kano Emirates customs. He pointed out the historical precedent, stating that throughout Kano State's history, no Emir has been appointed whose father did not also hold the position. Really? Okay, I pray the family lineage can be made public for people to know how the two are entitled to the throne. His grandfather, he said his grandfather was an emir, but his father was not an emir, so automatically he cannot be an emir. So what about the father that was not emir? His grandfather that was the emir, and but the father was the emir. The father was emir, but the Sanusi father was not an emir. So what was the irony behind that? Story of the day: let Sanusi be, allow him. He's a nice person and is going to rule well. I'm from Igbo land, but I know his capability. Do these people, this traditional order, do they really have say? Do they have power? Sanusi is just a different species. In the first place, it's just a different species that's, he has what it takes to be a leader. But when it comes to the position, I don't think he has power to issue any order or to make any policy that will affect the people of Kano positively, because it is still the government that has the power to make things okay for the people. Why was Sanusi's father not an emir? Aminu Kano was an emir. Was his father an emir? Thank God his grandfather was an emir, and it's not unconstitutionally if he inherited him. Get out and shame for you. Aminu Babba is an inexperienced person, hardly understands how history goes. Please tell Nigerians who born Adu Bayero and who born Lamido Sanusi. Good for elders to be silent than talking what they are not supposed to be saying. Okay, I have a small question for you. When Sanusi's grandfather abdicated his throne for Adu Bayero for the sake of Kano people, did that flush the royal blood from his lineage, or did you not know about how emirship shifted to Adu Bayero, or you choose to ignore it? Also, did your ancestors not pass down to you the agreements between Lamido Sanusi I and Adu Bayero, as well as Adu's promise? Can you honestly say you are being just as the tenants of your title office required? Lack of psychological problem is worrying this man. True talk, my grandfather was a king and my late father chooses to go to church and become a pastor, being from a royal home. So if it is my turn to go to the throne, you will say because my father wasn't a king. How does that sound to you, Baba? I beg, leave Emir Sanusi alone. Some people can control themselves when they can't control themselves when they are frustrated or prostrated, and this is exactly bothering this man. His statement is completely unreasonable and unimaginable of his caliber of person. I am not even surprised by the utterances of Aminu Babba. This is the same guy that took late Alhaji Bayero to court. Now he is pretending to be friends to his children. The deposed Emir Aminu Bayero, just of his personal hatred for Emir Sanusi. I'm not even sure any reasonable person will take his matter serious. This man, this ape. Is this a irrational thinking or assertion? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Even to a toddler, a child. How does this make sense? Bottom line is there is royalty in his blood. His grandfather was and his father was not. That saying along is a clear message. The blood of the grandfather is connected to the grandson. God has his way of doing things. There's hidden agenda between Sanusi and Christians. We pray that may Almighty Allah destroy the agenda. Christians, I don't understand. Imagine this. You won't even face the issue here. You will always bring religious sentiments to where there is none. If you are asked to expatiate on this with relevant facts, the most you can say will be very shallow. Exactly. I don't understand the correlation between the Christians Bayero and this man that is making this statement, whether somebody's grandfather and father were kings or not, or emir. The comment of this man is not even acceptable due to what we had before today. That is the two people, both Sanusi and Bayero, are from the same grandfather. If this is true, the statement here is not true, please. If Almighty Allah approve him to be an emir, go and stop if you can. And if you cannot, please keep quiet and keep your cool. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this. Thank you.